Hi, how's it going? It's me. I know. I haven't really uploaded anything like like this in a while. But I just want to take a minute and talk about Avengers. Yes, that Avengers. As in the game that I played like 8 months ago because it came out on beta and it was free, and then never picked up again because I never bothered buying it because I heard all the bad reviews. And yeah, let's just say I wasn't exactly willing to put $60 into something like that. I bought the game, and all I can say is that it's a good time. It's what I expected. That's not to say that it's without its flaws by any means. I think it could have spent, just a little more time in the oven. Just, if you have to create a whole nother game studio to try to make a game that you're not equipped for, then I don't think it's a great idea to try and make the game. Just saying, just an idea, you know? Like, I don't know, but given that being said, the game is very fun. I am enjoying it a hell of a lot. I have it loaded up on my TV over here, and I'm going to play it more than likely after I'm done filming this video. For the time being, the story is fantastic. It is excellent. The storytelling is so good. I'm not the biggest fan of Kamala Khan as a character. She's okay. I just could never really get into it. I tried. Like in 2014, when she got real popular, I tried reading, a few things and I think it was like a volume of stories and whatnot. Just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. But this game made me like Kamala Khan. So, yeah, the story is fun. Although if there's one complaint that I agree with that I've heard, is that I want to play an Avengers game, and more than half the story is spent the Avengers doing their own shit and not coming together, like Avengers do. But that's just, I don't really care. Like, I like it. The game's still fun. It's not to say that it's not fun. But, I'm a big fan of the cosmetics. Like, specifically, Hulk's and Captain America's cosmetics are very good. Very good. And I like how they're, like, every character has at least one version of their classic suit. You know what I'm talking about? And it's so good. I love it. It's great. But,
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Cosmetics are great.
There's my way out.
But, like I was saying earlier, with the little shit, though,
Sign of the resistance anywhere.
the little shit shines when it's being forcefully shoved up your ass.
Find a way off this thing.
What I mean by that is the AI. Like, the enemies,
Do with this footage now.
they just somehow managed to find the absolute perfect time to just nail you in the face all at once. Just boom, from all directions. Or like an enemy would randomly hit you off screen in the back of the head and you just wouldn't know what to do. And it's just, I played this on easy mode, and I'm not, I wouldn't say that I'm the worst at video games. This shit was too damn hard. Not because the difficulty was hard, it was just because okay, so like, the villain, like the AIs, were both numerous, belligerent and numerous. it was irritating. The adept adaptoids are probably the most irritating. You know, they like float around. They're fucking earthbenders. And they just like throw pebbles and it's not pleasant. Now, in the 8 months since I've played, like, this game's not only been officially released, but had some post-game content added to it in the form of different, like, story, little side story things. One is about Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, and it, you know, concerns Clint Barton, Hawkeye, being forced to help AIM out with whatever the hell they're doing. I didn't play that because I tried. I don't like the way Kate Bishop plays in this game. It's very irritating. Which is weird, because Hawkeye, the Clint Barton Hawkeye, I like it. It's so good. Like, it's fun. And I'm not the biggest fan of how Kate Bishop plays. Which is weird. Like, her and Miss Marvel are probably the two characters where I'm like, alright. I'm not gonna, you know, waste my time. Like, if I have literally any other character besides those two to pick from, I'm definitely going to pick those two. But, speaking of different characters that I don't like, my two favorite characters are probably Captain America and Iron Man. Purely because the way they play feels so defined, and it feels like, I don't know if this is true or not, but it really feels like the developers put, like, they were like, we gotta get these two right. If we get these two right, it'll be fine. We'll fix everything else later. But, yeah. Captain America and Iron Man are my two favorite characters in this entire game. Captain America being my absolute favorite. Captain America being my absolute favorite, but, Iron Man being a very, very close second. Now,
Aliens!
I've been talking about this. The third DLC. I mean, not the third DLC. Like, the second post-game story is about, you know, tracking down Old Man Hawkeye from the future and trying to find Nick Fury. And the story goes that the Earth has been ravaged by the Kree. Like, they were invaded by the Kree, and the Avengers failed to stop them. And the only Avenger that's still around is Hawkeye. Because he retired. And so he wasn't really around.
What the hell happened to you?
And everything was like, aliens! So, instead, I don't know, doing whatever. It's not really specified what he was up to. I don't think, from what I can remember.
Say to you,
But
where's Nick Fury?
I can't. Okay, I'm just gonna stick to it. The final boss fight is quite possibly the most difficult boss fight I've ever had. And I've played Dark Souls and shit like that. Like, I know a boss fight when I see one. That was needlessly difficult. Oh my god. And you're supposed to play it as Hawkeye? As you will see in the footage, I'm sure, I tried playing as Hawkeye. I tried.
Is it safe?
Until, like, my 12th try at trying to beat Maestro as Hawkeye, and somehow, fittingly enough, the game glitched to the point where he grabbed me, slammed me down. I should have been dead, but somehow my health bar was completely depleted, but I got back up and I couldn't lose health. Right? So I was like, oh my goodness, yes, this is my time. I can finally beat this damn thing. So, the rest of the Avengers, like, on my team are dead. It's just me, with my katana, my bow and arrow, you know, just going at it. And I have him in the corner, and I'm just slashing away at his insides and outsides, and I just want it to end, because I've spent literally 4 hours on it at this point. I beat him.
You're here all along.
Or so I thought. Because then it turns out
Monica,
that
in her
the
hand.
game
Project
couldn't load, like, the ending cutscene because it thought that I was dead,
Weapon.
which I should have been, but we talked about that.
The cosmic cube.
And
So she failed.
I let it sit
It didn't
for
stop
an
the
hour.
motion. It just
And it was just on that blank screen with, like, the wind noise in the background, from, you know, just for ambiance.
failed.
And,
All of us.
so I was forced to
Listen,
shut the game down
you don't have to
and just
make the
continue on with
mistakes
my
that I
thing.
did.
Except this time,
Don't give up on the Avengers.
I chose Iron Man.
They do
See
need
if I could
you.
do it as Iron Man.
Trust me.
Spoiler alert, I
What are you
couldn't!
talking about?
So,
It took me too
I
long
figured
to
that
figure that out.
I could just fly around, you know, just shooting my,
Do it for me.
lasers. The lasers are my favorite,
I'll stop this.
projectile that Iron Man has. The repulsors are good for up-close combat. When it comes to boss fights, I like just making laser runs. Like, just bzzz, and then, like, coming back around some more, and then coming back around some more. Until I get the Hulkbuster. And then I just go in for the...
Still thinking of retiring, Clint?
Hell no. Whatever I did in that timeline, I'm doing the opposite.
Is that all you got?
Never.
And so, after about 10 more tries of that, I figured I had to pull out Old Reliable. Captain America. Steve Rogers, blah blah blah. Just a kid from Brooklyn, my ass. Anywho, so I forget how many tries it took. I think it took 3 tries after I picked Captain America to beat him. But my strategy was to just stay at a distance and just throw the shield and then kick it back at him and just keep on doing that until he died. And eventually, like, every once in a while I'd do, like, the super throw or whatever. I forget what it's called. You'll see what I'm talking about.
You can't just go around drawing people.
Or, I would
Normal circumstances, no.
just, like, slam the
These are
shield down.
normal circumstances.
Holy crap.
But, yeah, that, it was irritating. I couldn't. Mm-mm. Speaking of Captain America, my favorite move in his skill tree so far that I have unlocked
I've spent
is he does the kick from the beginning of the Winter Soldier when he's on the boat and he like kicks the dude off the boat, fucking kills him, just you know? Oh, it's so good. I love it. Ugh. And I didn't really touch much on the story, but like the final boss, like MODOK, that was such a good time. And the climactic bit where you embiggen, but like hella embiggen as Miss Marvel, and you just lay into that Kree thingy that MODOK's in, so good. So good. It was so badass. I love it. So, I just want to make this quick video, tell you the amount of fun I've been having on Avengers. And,
Talking about.
that's it.
I've spent
I hope you enjoyed. Go play Avengers.
time.
It's a good time. I think so anyway. A lot of people don't share my opinion though, so do what you want. I don't care. I'm not your boss. Except when I am.
How long have you been?
Go play Avengers. It's good.
A few.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
And you think what I think, so you think it's good. You think it's good. You think it's great. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
So, this is why aimbot
Go.
chased a kid into the desert?